It's the same kit that's been out before, same great kit, but it comes with new versions. Hello, this is BJ from Hearns Hobbies, and I'm going to be doing a open box review of the recently reboxed Hong Kong model 1/32 scale B25 Mitchell J model. Now this particular one has been reboxed with new artwork because this particular version is the MTO, which is Mediterranean Theatre of Operation. So that basically means that this was used during operations in Northern Africa and also the Italian campaign. So that's around the, I think that's 1943, 44, or maybe I'm a year out, but somewhere around there. So hence the reboxing. It's basically the same kit with some different decals. So let's have a close look inside and see what all the fuss is about. So I really like the box art. It's really very action-packed, quite exciting. So Hong Kong Models is famous for this particular scale. They've done quite a lot of 32nd scale bombers in particularly, so big kits. This isn't one of the biggest ones. The bigger ones would be the B-17 and also the Lancaster. But you'll see that they use the same sort of quality in making their molds, very clean molds, super sharp, and very, very nice rivet detail and panel line detail. So you see all the exterior, really nice and smooth. It's got this quite ingenious clicking system for the wings again. So I think we've seen that on the 48 scale version of the B-17F as well. And it's on pretty much all of their larger aircraft. Okay, so that's the exterior, two fuselage halves. There's the interior, because there's interior detail as well. You see the interior ribbing. So decent sized kit. So being a medium sized bomber, it's probably going to be about so long, probably 70 centimeters in length for the fuselage, and probably similar sort of length, maybe a little bit longer just for the wings as well. Okay, so there's the fuselage halves. Let's move on here. Okay, so you get some more big bits. So we've probably got we've got flaps here. So you got the halves for the flaps. You got parts of the engine exhausts, and then you got the larger panels here, which would be the engine nacelles, I'll say, because your wing goes in that shape there. So twin engined bomber. You got both sides. Pop that there. All right, next big things. All right, so you got the wings. Now that's pretty decent size because that's only half the wing. By the time you got your fuselage, you got it out to here. So it's probably about 80 centimeters, I'm thinking. So you've got a sprue for each half. So you can see here where you've got the ailerons that'll fit inside and then the flaps separate. You've got some, there's more flaps here. And they're aileron sections right there. I'm going to pull this out. Here's the other side. So pretty decent. I'll quickly spin this one around. You'll see how there's some ribbing on the inside, and that's basically structural to stop any warping of the wing, because you can imagine such a big piece, whenever the mold is released, as it cools, it'll probably warp. So that keeps it all together. It also keeps its strength while it's all built as well. And then you might just be able to see this is the clipping system of how the wings clip into the fuselage, and that helps transportation after it's built. So say you build one of these and take it to the competition, easy to box it up. And then also it's easy to store away if you need to move. All right, so there's the big wings. Leave those there. Whoop, almost lost it. All right, let's look at some smaller bits. Okay, so here you got sections of the nose. You can see the ammunition guides here. So there's belts that guided all the bullets into the guns, and you've got the gun sections just here. So 50 caliber machine guns in the nose. Okay, leave that there. Oop. Okay, let's do this one here. So you got parts of the engine cowl. There's two sprues there, identical. Okay, here you got some more gun sections. So you can see all the 50 cals here. See all the belts for the guiding the ammo. And then you've got a boot here to cover up the guns as well. That, where's that? That's probably a tail. That'll be the tail gun cover. Really very nice. So here you can see some of the slide molding. So slide molding basically means there's another mold that comes, or multiple pieces of mold. Usually it's just top and bottom. This one has a mold that goes through the side as well. So you can see how you got all the cavities inside the guns to accept the barrels at a later stage. Definitely helps with alignment and also for finer detail. Okay. All right, here you've got some undercarriage. So Hong Kong models always give you weighted wheels, which is a plus really. So it gives you the impression of how heavy the aircraft is, because the wheels are bulged under the weight of the aircraft. And then you've got this huge main landing gear. You see the scissor arrangement just there, so that's the base. Spin around, you've got a few bulges here for the sides. And then you can just see the axles here where the wheels are going to attach to the undercarriage. Okay. All right, here we've got some bombs, multi-piece. You can see the fuses that go on the noses of the bombs there. Bomb halves for the shells. And then you can see the guiding vanes. I'm not sure you can really pick it there, but they're super fine, because these would have been a very thin sheet metal. A really nice scale look to them. Okay. All right, got some panels here. Not too sure which panels these are, but we'll find out in the manual in a sec. Probably undercarriage doors, maybe. Okay. All right, here we've got some really fine engine detail. So we've got 4 sprues in there, which are identical. So you have cylinder, I guess you call them rocker heads. You've got all the ignition exhaust rings. Some more piping and such here. So by the time you have all these on the engines, I mean, remember there's only 2 engines on this. There's going to be lots of bits and pieces hanging off them, make it look really interesting. So it'd be really nice just to leave the cowlings off to see all that. Okay. All right, got another big bit here. Okay, so you've got, these are probably, you can see the instrument panel there for the main cockpit. You've got the foot pedals. You've got the sides of the cockpits. And then you've got bulkheads. I can't really see from here, but they'll be part of the front end. Again, you've got bulkheads throughout the center of the aircraft. Another side panel. Got various seats, and then this would be part of the bomb bay doors. Okay, let's pop that there. All right, so we've got more bits of engine here. I guess this is more recognizable. So you've got the cylinders in these rotary engines. You've got the exhaust rings. And then just got the front parts of where the propeller attaches, and that's where the spinner is going to be as well. So I think these got short spinners. Oh, there's a spinner just there. So they'll just attach to this point here, and you have the propellers hanging off. So identical piece there as well, so for 2 engines. Okay, here you've got the main gear. So big weighted tires. So this gives you a good idea of the actual scale. So you got the seats there as well. How big the seats are for 32nd scale. And then you've got the steering wheel, I guess you call it. Okay, and that's the same on that side as well. You can see how nice the diamond pattern is on the tread of the tires as well. Okay, here you got another big bit. All right, so this is the vertical stabilizers. So it's good how these sections are in I guess you could, sort of like one piece. So you've got a top section and a bottom section, and because they're joined in the center, you've got to fully aligned, so you don't have to worry about the different angles on your horizontal stabilizer. And then you've got the vertical stabilizers and the rudders separate. Really very nice. And then again, you can see all the reinforcing ribbing on the inside of those components. Stop warpage, give it a bit of strength. Okay, so just a few more bits left. Okay, so you got a bit more on the engines here. So they're parts of the engine cowls. You can see how it's all separate. Quite ingenious molding here. So you got the section here which is cut out. So it's circular in nature, so that when all the plastic is injected, every single part of that circular cowl gets the right amount of plastic. Really nice. So there's the other one there. From there, and then we're left with some clear parts. So we've got the huge parts here for the canopy. Now one of the nice things about the Hong Kong models kits is the glass actually fits into the spaces on the fuselage without any gaps. Super tight fit, very well engineered. And you can see these where it's got the frosted look. That basically helps you know the other areas that need to be painted, so you mask off all the clear areas. Got the nose there, and then over here we've got bits for the turret, and you've got navigation lights there as well, and a couple of panels for the sides. Okay, so they're all the plastic bits. Look over here, we've got the big sheet of decals. You've got some nice nose art, and then you've got some photo etch there as well. So the photo etch, it's got seatbelt harnesses and a few other finer details. It's all a nice touch to get all the photo etch included as well. And then you have the decals. So the decals are all very nice quality as well. These are all printed by Cartograph in Italy. So the best decals you can get in the business. You can see all the detail here for the cockpit instrument panel. Okay, really nice. All right, and then you got the Hong Kong models big massive instruction manual. So we'll go through there quickly. So let's just get this here. All right, so we start off. All right, I've got the first bit. So we're going into building the cockpit. So you see there's seats going in, control harnesses, and then the bombs for the bomb bay. They get mounted up in those side panels. Then it's built up into a sub-assembly. Then you do the preparation for the inside of the fuselages for the interior detail. There's the bomb module getting fitted inside with the cockpit. This is the final assembly of the cockpit, so you got your bulkhead there with your instrument panel going in. Two halves of the cockpit getting put together. There's your horizontal stabilizer, tail fins. So you see how that's all modular and goes together. You got the elevators, they're all separate, and your rudders are separate, so you can have those set in different angles. That goes mounted on top of the fuselage. And then you've got your little turret here that goes on the back. Okay, so here you've got the bomb bay doors. They're getting put together, mounted on the base of the fuselage. So that's for the open version, or if you prefer, there's a closed version as well. Obviously with the closed version you can cover up all that fine detail. And then you get into the engines. So you can see how complicated the engines are, multiple pieces. I mean, they are very big engines. So you've got two of those to build. So you've got that one there, and then you get into here, that's got all the exhaust stacks and such going on. Cowling getting fitted over the top. You've got all these little bits and pieces. So there's the rocker covers. They're going on. Then you've got the vents, the exhausts, and then you finally get the propeller going on. There's a spinner. Then you start building the wings. You got all the various control surfaces. You got the elevators and the flaps. Well, not elevators, they're the ailerons. Engine nacelles, engine mounted, and then going onto the wing. So again, you do the same thing for the other side. So it's just identical. Go to this side, again the engine's going on, and then you start doing, this is the front end, so the glass nose section. So this will have all the guns inside. So all the ammo boxes mounted. And then you get into the final assembly. So it's all these sub-assemblies. So the wings, they're clipped on. So they actually go in one way and then bayoneted and push back. And then you get locked into place. All your undercarriage, all your wheels, and those. And then all the control surfaces get fitted. So you got this version with the gear down, and this is the version with the gear up. So you can have that in the sort of flight mode. Okay, and then you go through, this is just the diagrams of all the sprues, so you know where all the bits are. So I've got all the big bits here. So various codes for all the parts. The decals, so you can recognize which decals you need to use, and then you've got your decal chart here for your different versions. And then there'll be a painting guide as well. So 4 different versions you can choose from. And then you've got your painting guide. So again, they show you, so you've got the name of the color, and then you can also use the codes for AK, Tamiya, and GSI Mr. Hobby. So there is the 1/32 scale Hong Kong models, B24J, B25, isn't it? B25, sorry. And this is the MTO version. So it's the same kit that's been out before, same great kit, but it comes with new versions. So MTO being the Mediterranean Theatre of Operations, which was around Northern Africa and Italy. So hope you've enjoyed that open box review. You can see the quality of the kit and consider it for one of your future builds.